Namaskar and welcome to episode 9 of Artist Khabre Azam. I must mention that we have very special guests today, Mr. Shom Chaterjjee from Mumbai and Shatavisha Mukherjee from Kolkata. And the purpose of this musical talk show is definitely not to promote anyone. In fact, we request such eminent musicians, such eminent composers and singers and professionals from the music industry to support this platform because we want to have a different sort of conversation, maybe some of musical learning ourselves, and also to offer some gift to our online audience who must engage in the online concerts and also offline concerts where these eminent musicians are a part of, and so that we also appreciate. So there are a lot of music appreciation courses these days, which is great. And this talk show is kind of an extension of that exercise. So at the very outset, I sincerely want to thank Mr. Shom Chaterjjee to come to our show, to have taken out his time, and also to Shatavisha, a great help, and she agreed to request Shom sir to come to the show. Welcome Shatavisha, welcome Shom sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, I'll quickly start with Shatavisha. Firstly, congratulations, Shatavisha. I think one of your dreams to collaborate with Shom sir has come true, isn't it? Recently.
Yeah, I have always looked up to Shomda as my school senior and a senior musician and a fantastic composer and arranger as well. So he has been very sweet to me to be, a part of my uh, music renditions, and he has agreed to be, with me on so many of my musical ventures. I thank him, and it is fantastic to work with him. As I always say, sharing music with Shomda is love.
Last year, you have been telling me कि আমি Shom sir এর সাথে একটা collab করতে চাইছি. So these two selection of songs, tell me, Mohe Apne Hi Rang De and Ranjish Hi Sahi. Did Shom sir help you with the choice of these two songs?
Yes, I think there are many more to come, by the way. Just wait and watch. But both the songs, I think Shomda only picked the songs for us in the released reels. Shomda was, I think, the one who chose the music. Yes, and he of course arranged and he directed the whole thing.
Perfect. That speaks of how beautiful it sounds already. May I please request, please sing the first two lines, Shatavisha. Mohe Apne Hi Rang De.
Oh wow, I have forgotten.
Ek to gao, please.
दोनों बसंती रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे रंगीले तू तो साहिब मोरा महबूब इलाही मोहे अपने ही रंग में रंग दे मोहे अपने ही रंग में रंग दे.
So how do you change your dynamics of the vocals as per these different genres? Because I also understand that singing classical, semi-classical, and ghazal, these all three has a separate set of skills is required. But I see that you have mastered all these things. So tell us about your way of mastering the vocals for these different genres.
No, not really. I don't agree to the fact that I have mastered all these things because we are all learning. And another thing for your information, I don't call myself a classical singer because though I have learned, but I don't perform by classic. There's a misconception which is commonly going around that when the moment you say, actually what we mean when we call someone a classical music practitioner is someone who sings specially khayal and dhrupad. All other forms of music are actually categorized into semi-classical music. But again, if you see, no music in India is without the influence of Indian classical music. So when we call someone a classical singer, we are actually meaning someone who practices and performs Khayal and Drupad specifically.
Correct.
Okay. So I don't perform Khayal and Drupad, though I have learned when I was learning from my gurus. But I don't perform those things because as I feel that they require immense amount of dedication and practice, which perhaps I have not given. The time I have not given in my practice, which is required. And that was not my focus also. Just as Shatavisha is primarily, she is a Khayal and Drupad singer. She sings Thumri, Ghazal, Dadra, Chaiti, Kajri, whatever you say, film songs and everything. That is all an addition. But she is primarily known as someone who practices and performs Khayal, which
True.
is the, you know, purest form of classical, Indian classical music, which deals with a bandish, which deals with the knowledge and performance of a raga in detail and everything. So I am not into that. I don't perform that. I have once again, I'm telling you that I have definitely learned that, but I have actually focused more on applying the knowledge of ragas into my kind of music. The particular thing about all the genres apart from Khayal and Drupad is that they have words which have a particular significance and meaning. Whereas if you look at the lyric of Khayal and Drupad, they are not of very high value as literary pieces. They deal with very mundane things. Okay. So they deal with subjects like, just say, most of it is that the person is thinking about his or her beloved and he has not come and he's, living that moment. He's happy, he's sad, he's in love and everything. But that does not have a great literary value as such. If you look at all the traditional bandishes and Drupad bandishes, whatever it is. But yes, of late, the newer compositions, they have a better literary value. They have meaning. They have, you know, a proper literature, as you call it. But but formats like Thumri, Ghazal, and especially film songs, which are, which have been categorized as something where more than the raga, the meaning or the feeling is more important. So, in answering your question to how I adjust myself, is that the words and the meaning tell you how to sing it. It's as simple as that. इसमें कोई रॉकेट साइंस नहीं है. मतलब अगर आप एक प्यार भरा कुछ आप गा रहे हो तो यू कैन नॉट बी वेरी बोल्ड, राइट? यू हैव टू बी सॉफ्ट. So it's as the words suggest you, you accordingly change your projection style, you change your voice, you change your throw and everything.
And song, the literary value is comparatively low in ragas because the swar and all
The
these things
literary value is comparatively low in the
low.
bandishes, not in the
Correct.
ragas.
Correct.
Raga
Correct.
is an all-encompassing thing. It is everywhere. If you are a music practitioner in India, if you are doing music, you are not going outside the territory of the raga in any way. Even if you sing a very fast Bollywood number, you will find that there are influences. See, a raga is not just a combination of few notes, right? मतलब सा निरे गा मा धा नि सा ये करने से यमन हो नहीं जाता है. Shatavisha understands it better than me. ये यमन के नोट्स है ये. For example, आपका नाम है अभिषेक, right? So it's ABHISHEK. But ABHISHEK is not Abhishek, right? Abhishek is something added to that.
Correct.
Similarly, Yaman is not Niregama Dhanisa. It is something far beyond that. They are for example, when you build a house, what do you call it? You call it a home, you call it a house. You don't call it a, collection of bricks. I have bought a collection of bricks in Mumbai. You don't say it like that, na? So what is it that makes it a house? Basically, it's a collection of bricks. You are putting bricks, you are adding cement, you are painting it, and it's done. But again, though the bricks are the primary constructing, units, still that is not all to make it a house. Similarly, the notes are not all to make it a rag. So there's a long gap, right? So in the Indian music scenario, if you are a practitioner of Indian music, be it anything that you are singing, you are essentially looking at the phrases of some raga or the other in some way or the other. You cannot go outside the territory of ragas if you are practicing Indian music.
Correct, correct. I totally agree because we somehow we can find all the references in any of the songs, just like Hayo Rama Kya Hua. Tararararararararara. I guess so this is Puriya Dhanashri if I'm not wrong. So
Once
that
again,
is
this is not Puriya Dhanashri. Let me correct you here because this is a common misconception. ये क्या है? हाय रामा ये क्या हुआ? ऐसे Puriya Dhanashri होता नहीं है.
correct. Okay.
ठीक है? I would also ask Shatavisha to elaborate a little more.
It is mistaken as Puriya Dhanashri because it starts with the bandish of Puriya Dhanashri. That is how he has built the song up. But again, as Shomda said, basically just the notes of a scale does not make the raga. The raga is, I always say, the raga is like a person. So you have to know the person. Is the person, chirpy, or is the person somber? Is the person, hot-headed? What emotion drives the person? The Navarasa theory. Okay. Does the person talk too much? Is it chanchal or is it gambhir? The same notes make two ragas like Bhairav and Ramkali, but Bhairav is on the name of Shiva. वो गंभीर है और अगर गुस्से में आ गए तो मुश्किल है आपकी लाइफ में. बट रामकली it has the same notes, far chirpy, चंचल है वो, उसका somber nature नहीं है. तो ये हाय रामा वाला में क्या है, वो पुरिया धनाश्री के नोट यूज हुए हैं उसमें, इसीलिए वो पुरिया धनाश्री लोग बोलते हैं. और उसका एक और रीजन भी है कि वो पुरिया धनाश्री का वो पिया समझाऊं समझे तो नहीं से शुरू होता है, जो कि पुरिया धनाश्री की बंदिश है पायलिया झनकार मुझे उसका
पायलिया झनकार मोरी, पायलिया झनकार मोरी, पायलिया झनकार मोरी, पायलिया झनकार.
So whenever you are referring to any non-khayal or Dhrupad bandish, for me, I call it, for example, in this case, I would call it something, a composition or a dhun or a tune जो पुरिया धनुश्री के आसपास है. पुरिया धनुश्री की खुशबू आती है उसमें से, पर वो पुरिया धनुश्री में है ऐसा हम बोल नहीं सकते.
जो गाना अभी मैं गाई हूँ हमरी चुनरिया पी की पगड़िया, वो आप बोलेंगे यमन में है, बट यमन नहीं ऐसे गाया जाता है. और राग का बड़ा या छोटा होता है. जब राग के भी मतलब आप वेस्टर्न पहनो तो आप वेस्टर्न में एक जैसे दिखते हो, साड़ी में दूसरे जैसे दिखते हो. आप अगर कुर्ता पजामा पहनो तो एक जैसे दिखते हो, सूट में दूसरे दिखते हो. तो रंजिशी सही भी यमन बेस्ड ही है ऑलमोस्ट. तो पर गजल का जो यमन का खुशबू है, एरिया लिपिया बिना में वो खुशबू नहीं है.
हमरी चुनरिया पी की पगड़िया दोनों बसंती रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे रंग दे रंगीले तो साहिब मोरा महबूब इलाही मोहे अपने ही रंग में रंग दे.
मैं उनको बहुत मानती थी, किशोरी अमनकर जी. वो बोलती थी राग संगीत और भाव संगीत.
करेक्ट.
राग संगीत में ड्राइविंग सीट राग लेती है और भाव संगीत में ड्राइविंग सीट भाव लेती है. अभी बहुत लोगों ने राग संगीत और भाव संगीत का जो संगम है वो इतनी खूबसूरती से किया है, जैसे कि किशोरी जी ने किया है. ऐसी कोशिश करती हूँ कि हाँ ऑफ कोर्स राग ड्राइविंग सीख लेगी ख्याल प्रेजेंटेशन में, पर उसके जो बंदिश है उसके भी जो भी थोड़े बहुत मुझे समझ में आती है, क्योंकि बहुत टाइम क्या होता है इतने पुराने वो वर्ड्स हैं, बहुत टाइम उससे समझ में ही नहीं थे कि उसका मतलब क्या है। जितना भी थोड़ा बहुत मैं रिसर्च वगैरह करके मतलब का पता करती हूँ। जैसे मैं आपको एक बहुत मतलब बेसिक एग्जांपल देती हूँ, बारिश का सीजन है अभी। बारिश के बहुत सारे तरीके हैं। बारिश इससे ड्रिजल भी होता है, बहुत जोर से भी आती है, कभी बादल गरजती है, बिजली कड़कती है। तो झिरी झिरी बरसे सावन रस बूंदिया का जो इमोशन है वो कभी भी घना गगन घन घुमंड किरणों का इमोशन नहीं हो सकता, क्योंकि झिरी झिरी बरसे में झिरझिर बारिश हो रही है, और घना गगन में एकदम घोर बरसात है, इतना काला पड़ चुका है, आजू बाजू दिख ही नहीं रहा है, छाई छटा चहु ओरा, दिख ही नहीं रहा है। तो अगर आप करना चाहे तो आप कर सकते हैं, पर अगेन विथ द डिग्निटी एंड द बॉर्डर्स ऑफ द राग इंटैक्ट, आपके पास जितना जगह है उतना आप कर सकते हैं। पर कन्फाइनमेंट कभी कभी अच्छा होता है, कभी कभी खराब भी होता है। कन्फाइन मतलब कि मुझे पता है कि मैं इससे आगे नहीं जा सकती, तो बाहर की अपॉर्चुनिटीज जो है, बाहर के स्वरों का सॉरी से, उसको मैं देखूंगी ही नहीं। हालांकि आपको लग सकता है ये तो लिमिटेशन है, पर जो शोमदा का जो जॉनर है गाने का, वो आप गजल बोलिए, गीत बोलिए, कोई कोई भी फिल्म का या बांग्ला जो राग बेस्ड सॉन्ग को गाते हैं, उसमें मुझे तो ज्यादा टफ लगता है, मैं उनको बोलती हूँ। क्योंकि क्या होता है, मैं राग के पर्सपेक्टिव से सोचती हूँ, और उनके लिए तो खुला आसमान, वो कहीं से भी कुछ भी सोच के निकालते हैं, और मैं कभी सोचती हूँ अरे बाप रे ये तो बहुत मुश्किल हो गया, ये कहाँ से निकाला है उन्होंने। तो ये अच्छा भी है कहीं कहीं, और फिर कभी कभी मुश्किल भी पड़ जाता है कि अरे बाप रे बाप ऐसा हो जाए। तो अभी जैसे हम थोड़ा सा ग्लोबलाइजेशन में बिलीव करते हैं, मैं कोशिश कर रही हूँ कि हमारे राग संगीत में भी जितना हम, ये मेरा पर्सनल वेंचर है, पता नहीं मैं कितना कर पाऊंगी, पर कोशिश तो कर रही हूँ।
देखिए, बोथ द थिंग्स आर नेसेसरी। मतलब कभी कभी एक कॉन्स्ट्रेंट, एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन वो भी चाहिए, और कभी कभी एक खुलापन जो है वो भी चाहिए। दैट इज द एसेंस ऑफ लाइफ। You cannot think of it as something, think of your life as something which where you select one, कि मुझे हाँ restricted ही रहना है जिंदगी भर, ऐसे नहीं होता है। या फिर मुझे मतलब वो बिल्कुल मतलब कुछ भी नहीं मैं मानता हूँ, मैं जो मर्जी करता हूँ, वो भी नहीं होता है। सो देयर इज अ
वो भी
बैलेंस।
नहीं होना चाहिए, बैलेंस होना चाहिए।
सो म्यूजिक में भी वही
बैलेंस।
है, म्यूजिक इज नॉट आउटसाइड लाइफ।
Correct, correct. The true balance is always important.
I was recently doing a project on Navarasa theory. So if you go along with the Navarasa, which has been explained in our ancient texts and everything, so you have all the emotion explained within the culture, maybe because it is not just in music, it is also there in, I think, poetry or literature or acting or whatever. The emotions have been explained, and in the Natya Shastra, the ragas according to the Navarasa has also been mentioned and everything. But I'll tell you, I have a different take on this, because Yaman to me is extremely romantic. Okay, so if it is romantic, it is in Kundaras, right? It's romantic. But if you sing Chandrama Lalata par sohe bhujang gar, shire jata jut dhar, कर डमरू बाजे,
चंद्रमा ललाट पर, चंद्रमा ललाट पर, सोहे भुजंग गर, सोहे भुजंग गर, सोहे भुजंग
romantic in it, but it's a very, very beautiful bandish in Yaman. The literature and the practitioner, it blends with the raga to create the emotion. If you go through the texts and see that फलाना राग ये फलाने रस में आता है, श्री जो है वो वीर रस में आता है, तो श्री को क्या है, अभी या बैटल में जाने से पहले सुनना चाहिए। इन दैट केस, या आप झगड़ा करने जा रहे हो किसी से, तो श्री सुन के जाओ तो आपको अच्छा मिलेगा, उसका अच्छे से आप झगड़ा कर सकते हो। पर श्री में भी बहुत खूबसूरत बंदिशें हैं जिसको सुन के आपको झगड़ा करने का मन शायद नहीं भी करेगा। तो इसीलिए आप अगर कुछ सुनना चाहते हैं तो मेरे ख्याल से आप अपनी आर्टिस्ट को चुनिए, ना कि राग चुनिए, है ना, या आप गाने चुनिए। जैसे मैं अभी बोल रही थी कि सावन के कितने सारे अलग अलग पहलू हैं। कभी बरसन लागी बदरिया रूम झूम के
बरसन लागे बदरिया रूम झूम के बरसन लागे बरसन लागे बदरिया,
वो हैप्पी है, सावन खुशियां लेके आई है। कभी होता है कि घिरी आई कारी बदरिया राधे बिना लागे ना मोरा जिया,
घिरी आई है कारी बदरिया, घिरी आई है कारी बदरिया, घिरी आई है कारी बदरिया रे घिरी आई।
उसमें विरह है, उसमें खुशी नहीं है, क्योंकि राधा नहीं दिख रहा है। हर जगह राधा के विरह पे बात होती है। व्हाट अबाउट कृष्णाज विरह, उनके बारे में कौन बात करेगा? तो ये कृष्ण के विरह पे है। और होता है तरसत जियारा हमार नहीं घर में, बाबा हट किलो गौना नहीं दी में, मतलब शादी हो गई है पर ससुराल अभी जाने नहीं दे रहे, तो मेरी उम्र बढ़ रही है, मुझे ससुराल जाना है, मेरे पति के पास जाना है। तो ये सब सावन के गाने है ना। तो अलग अलग उसके पहलू हैं। तो आप गाने चुनिए, आप राग या वो रस के पीछे मत जाइए, जो आपको अच्छा लगेगा वही आप चूज करो। एक ही राग में बहुत सारे अलग अलग बंदिशों के वजह से उसके अलग अलग व्यूज बनते हैं। बिहाग में लटा उले थे फूले जा जा फूल भी है, पर बिहाग है तो भक्ति रस का राग। तो लटा उलझे वाली तो भक्ति की बात है ही नहीं। I think I will follow my senior here. Because of course he's better at it.
और मैं तो ऐड करूंगा ही नहीं, ये दोनों गाने बहुत खूबसूरत है, आप गाइए, सुनते हैं हम।
हाँ,
कुछ ऐड करने की जरूरत क्यों है?
अच्छा, I don't remember who's the composer of कौन से आलो स्वप्नो नहीं है शोमदा, can you remember?
I don't remember right now. The other one is Sholil Chaudhary.
Sholil
Jare
Chaudhary.
Ure Jare Paki is Sholil Chaudhary.
Sholil Chaudhary.
कौन से आलो स्वप्नो नहीं, I have to check. Din Das Gupta.
अच्छा,
Das Gupta, okay. I can see Jare Ure Jare Paki for you. I don't know about the medley. Shomda will handle the medley, I think.
नहीं, मुझे कुछ करना ही नहीं है, मैं सुनना चाहता हूँ।
Then you sing कौन से आलो स्वप्नो नहीं।
This is also another thing that I feel कि ये परफॉर्मेंस को लेके ना ये एक प्रॉब्लम है। ये शतविशा will also agree. हमको हर वक्त कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं है, कभी-कभी सुनना भी अच्छा होता है। The more you listen, the better musician.
सादगी में बहुत खूबसूरती है।
हाँ।
आजकल ना लोग सोचते कि बहुत कॉम्प्लिकेटेड चीज करने से वो अच्छा होगा, मेरे ख्याल से।
हाँ।
सिंपल चीजों में बहुत खूबसूरती है, आप ढूंढिए उनको।
I agree. I completely agree on this fact.
देखिए फॉर एग्जाम्पल जारे जारे उड़े जारे पाखी उड़ालो प्राणेर बाना. You ask any classical musician practitioner to sing this properly and see where they'll end up. They claim ना कि हमको तो पता है सब कुछ.
घंटा बहुत मुश्किल है गाना.
करेक्ट.
बहुत मुश्किल है.
ये बहुत ज्यादा मुश्किल है गाने में. तो हमेशा कोई गाना सामने से आए तो मतलब मैक्सिमम परफॉर्मेंस ऐसा होता है, वो एक्चुअली तब सुन नहीं होते हैं, सुन नहीं रहे हैं, वो सोच रहे हैं कि इसके बाद मुझे क्या करना है. तो हमको उस चक्कर में पड़ना ही नहीं है। तो आप गाना चाहते हो तो आप प्लीज गाइए, हम सुनेंगे और मजा लेंगे उसका।
Now, then I'll come to my next question as far as
ये देखो,
composition, because you
आपने
are
रिफ्यूज कर दिया गाने को।
मुझे तो नहीं आता है गाना, मैं सुनती हूँ बहुत, and I love medleys. I'm a big fan of lot of medleys and mashups.
I don't know about the other. I don't get satisfied with medleys because the original songs are so beautiful. When after two lines the song changes, I'm like, why did it change? I would have listened to both the songs completely, maybe one by one, you know. But I understand nowadays the attention span has really shrinked into reels.
Like in our childhood times, हम लोग ऐसे मिक्स टेप बनाते थे, वो रेडियो कैसेट में बहुत सारा songs, but similarly sounding, and not different songs, like to similarly sounding songs का ऐसा medley.
Just a minute, let me ask you something. When you're talking about medley, how do you combine a song? मतलब what inspires you? You know, what aspect of the song makes you combine them? How do you look at it?
Yeah, very good question. I don't even look. I just get a sense of the melody. Is it, maybe the ending note or the beginning mukhra, na 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 na, ke da ke aaye chole aaye, ja, maybe the octave change, ja re. So this is how I do. Octave changes, similarly sounding. I don't know if they are rag, so I can't even identify. So I'm not getting there.
Saregama. Both the songs, they play with the same scale.
So you're actually going by the melody line. So you are actually going by the melody line, right?
Melody. That is how most medleys work. Either the melody or the beat selection. Like we used to make fun of that. Dekha hai pehli baar, sajan ki aankhon mein pyar, dimple, like that. Because it is similar to the beat like that.
But I would like to mention what Shatavisha and I have done. उसमें ना melody छोड़ के भी there's a thought behind it.
Yes.
If you are
fusing, that is a bigger project that we are planning. It is just
if you are fusing something ना, सही मायने में fusion तब होती है when it's a fusion of thoughts. Just combining, similar tunes, you cannot actually call them a medley.
I'll actually poke on it. Yaman medley was a little easier to comprehend because both the songs were in Yaman. But the other song, Neej Maja Nandalala and Bada Natkhat Hai, it has nothing common between other than the emotion of the song. Neej Maja Nandalala is a Marathi song. It's basically a lullaby. Saying Bada Natkhat Hai Krishna Kanhaiya is a mother's love to the child. And so is Neej Maja Nandalala. A mother is making a child fall asleep listening to the lullaby. So it's Vatsalya. That is how he has combined. It was his idea. That is how he has combined. So that is the bigger project that we are doing. We are doing it based on emotions. It's
underlying emotions.
Aspect of love. Love is not a one-dimensional thing. It has many dimensions. A mother's love to the child is the emotion of that medley. I've forgotten the words. नंदा किशोर उड़ गया ऐसे जैसे मैया रे
Now, see, another thing is...
Wow, beautiful.
That's of course beautiful. We were talking about ragas, na? see, Abhi, this is a composition by
Yes.
R.D. Burman. Okay, and it naturally deviates
Okay.
from the raga. Okay, so but if you मतलब जबरदस्ती अगर डालना ही है कि किसका इन्फ्लुएंस है तो वो खमाज का इन्फ्लुएंस है इसमें.
Okay.
अभी what we call ना कि क्लासिकल म्यूजिक प्रैक्टिशनर, क्योंकि मुझे राग आता है, मैं राग परफॉर्म करता हूं, तो आई एम एट अ हायर लेवल, राइट. You ask any classical music practitioner to sing this with the precision that Lataji has sung it.
Of
Very
course.
tough.
It's not easy. It's not that easy.
It's impossible, I feel.
पर उनके जमाने में भी मतलब बहुत बड़े जो गवाइये थे वो बोलते थे कि लता अच्छा गाती है, लाइट गाती है. ऐसा भी हमने सुना. इट्स डॉक्यूमेंटेड. ठीक है.
I will actually on this I just came to this anecdote. I think today itself in the morning. So Bade Ali Khan Sahab, who is a legend in
of
his
course.
field, he was there in Bombay, I think.
Right.
Somewhere he was staying, and another person had gone to meet him. I'm forgetting who, but someone of the classical background only. So they were speaking and they were having a conversation and everything. Suddenly, Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab asked the other person to stop talking, and he thought, "My God, did I say something wrong?" And he was like, "Stop, don't talk now." So basically, there was this radio song that was playing downstairs of some Lataji's song.
And I know what that song was. I'll tell you the song also. It was this song. ये जिंदगी उसी की है जो किसी का हो गया, प्यार ही में खो गया. तो ये गाना चल रहा था.
ये जिंदगी उसी की है जो किसी का हो गया, प्यार ही में खो गया. ये जिंदगी उसी की है.
After the song finished, and when the other person asked Bade Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab कि क्या हो गया, आप चुप क्यों हो गया, he didn't answer him. He just said, कम वक्त बेसुरी ही नहीं होती है. And he was a little annoyed. ऐसे यार ये बेसुरी कभी होती ही नहीं है, हम फिर भी एक आध बार हो जाए शायद, ये नहीं होती है. So this is the kind of respect that Lataji had from all the leading classical musicians, as well.
There's another anecdote is कि Hemant Kumar or Hemanto Mukherjee, the celebrated composer singer from Bengal, when he had met sometime, मतलब in the past he had met आमिर खान साहब, तो उन्होंने जाके ऐसे बोल दिया कि खान साहब मेरा तो गाना सीखना नहीं हुआ क्योंकि मैंने तो सीखा नहीं, मुझे कमाना था, मुझे काम करना था, तो मैं इसमें आ गया. तो खान साहब ने उनको बोला कि बेटा जिसको सुर लगाना आता है वही गाना है.
Exactly.
So this was the philosophy which with the true greats, right?
Exactly.
जो सच में बड़े थे,
बड़े लोग थे, उन्होंने कभी ये भेदभाव नहीं किया कि अरे ये तो इसको नहीं आता. और मैं आपको बताती हूँ, I will proudly call myself a classical musician. That is because that is what I have learned throughout. I love all the other genres, but I accept my limitations in the others. मुझे इतना नहीं आता है, मुझे क्लासिकल आता है थोड़ा बहुत, जितना भी हो पाया है मुझसे, वो भी पूरा आता है, ये तो मैं बोलने की मतलब योग्यता कर ही नहीं सकती, बट थोड़ा बहुत जितना आता है क्लासिकल में ही है. जैसे अभी शोमदा ने बोला कि बड़ा नटखट है कृष्ण कन्हैया, मेरे को दिमाग में आएगा ही नहीं कि वो खमाज में, क्योंकि खमाज के सुर ही बस उसमें है, खमाज तो है ही नहीं.
करेक्ट.
वो शोमदा को समझ में आए क्योंकि शोमदा नोट्स देख के उनको वो नोट्स उनके सामने है, इसलिए मेरे लिए तो खमाज का मतलब गामा बाधा नी सा नी दा बा गा मा गा, ये नहीं हुआ तो खमाज ही नहीं है, तो ये है ही नहीं उस में ऐसा. तो मैं आई रिस्पेक्ट माई लिमिटेशंस, बट आई प्राउडली से कि मैं सिर्फ क्लासिकल म्यूजिशियन ही हूँ, थोड़ा बहुत कोशिश करती हूँ दूसरा गाने का, और किसी को ये बड़ा छोटा करने का किसी ने नहीं किया. ट्रू ग्रेट्स ने कभी ये भेदभाव नहीं किया.
Actually, it should be something which is a complementing thing.
Yeah.
You see, मतलब देखो, अगर मैंने जितना सीखा है, मुझे रागों के बारे में, मुझे उस चलन कैसा है उसका, कैसे वो राग वो कैसे मूव करते हैं, वो सब मुझे पता है। फिर भी इवन फ्यू डेज बैक, इवन व्हेन आई वाज श्योर कि इसमें ऐसा हो सकता है, आई वाज कंपोजिंग समथिंग, सो आई कॉल्ड हर अप एंड आई आस्क्ड हर कि इसमें ऐसा हो सकता है क्या।
Yeah.
There is no ego in this. Rather, people like us who are practicing music, which you call as quote unquote semi classical or bhav sangit, for us, people like her are references of purity. कि एक बार पूछ लो करने से पहले. And for them, we are references that how to break that limitation and go ahead.
Breaking
जैसे
barrier and seeing a bird's eye view.
हाँ, जैसे मैं इसको बोलता रहता हूं कि तू ऐसे मत सोच, इसको ऐसे सोच, तो इट्स अ कॉम्प्लीमेंटरी काइंड ऑफ इंटरेक्शन। मुझे भी इनसे कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, इन्हें भी मुझसे कुछ सीखने को मिलता है, एंड दैट्स व्हाट मेक्स म्यूजिक इंपॉर्टेंट। म्यूजिक इज मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट, द प्रैक्टिशनर इज नॉट दैट इंपॉर्टेंट। We have to keep this in mind. The day the performer, the artist becomes bigger than the art, उस दिन समझो आर्ट खत्म हो गया उसकी जिंदगी में। ठीक है, ये कभी नहीं हो सकता। आर्ट इज ऑलवेज बिगर देन ऑल ऑफ अस एंड इट विल बी।
I am a big fan of Shatavisha's Robindra Songit somehow, because I listen to Robindra Songit a lot. There are a lot of young artists coming up, but I love her singing, especially with a piano collaborator. I hope she releases some commercial album soon on that also.
অলস মন নীরব এই ভবন কোণ ভাঙিলে দ্বার কোন সেখন অপরাজিত হে এসেছ প্রেম এসেছ আজ কি মহাসমারোহে বিরসদি বিরলকা।
Salim Suleiman and Vishal Shekhar, they are into Bollywood primarily, definitely we all know. But they say that since both of them together compose a song, when journalists ask them, "ये song इतना अच्छा कैसे बन गया, कैसे hit हो गया?" तो they say हम दोनों साथ में आते हैं, इसीलिए वो कुछ बोलता है तो मैं कुछ ये ऐड कर देता हूँ, इसलिए एक सॉन्ग फिर हमें हिट बनाने का गोल मिलता है। But you also compose music, and so what is your process? Like, do you do it alone, or how hard is it to compose a song alone and not with another person? Is my question valid, firstly?
नहीं, I don't think so, because
is it hard to compose alone?
नहीं, वो अलोन और साथ में बनाने का वो कोई वो नहीं है। सी, साथ में आप बना रहे हो मतलब यू आर इंटरैक्टिंग व्हाइल यू आर कंपोजिंग। ओके, तो इट्स नॉट समथिंग कि मुखड़ा मैं बना लेता हूँ, अंतरा तू बना ले, ऐसा नहीं होता है। ठीक है, इट्स अ टोटल प्रोसेस।
Okay.
तो यू गेट टू शेयर विद समवन कि मुझे ऐसा लग रहा है, तेरे को कैसा लग रहा है, मुझे ऐसे लग रहा है, एंड व्हेन यू कंपोज यू आर इंटरैक्टिंग विद योरसेल्फ। So there it is different ways of looking at it. उसमें कोई मतलब ये difficult है, ये आसान है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है।
Okay, and then just a small follow-up question. Have you ever given yourself a target that this song should be on chartbusters, like top, hitting the market?
Never. मुझे जो अच्छा लगता है मैं
top 5 for him once.
हाँ,
अभी के उनके टॉप 5 मैंने एक बार बनाए थे उनके लिए, जिसमें से उन्होंने तब तक कितने रिलीज भी नहीं किए। I am the entitled person who gets to listen to the unreleased ones.
Has a very rich heritage of music, but now this stand-up comedy as an industry has only emerged in the last 10 years, and also the social media has also come in the last 10-15 years now. So so all these stand-up comedians, social media influencers have millions of followers, but why as musicians still struggle to gain such fan following? Both of you, please share some insights. Did we like what happened?
The number of followers actually has nothing to do with talent. When
Yes,
you go
by
to
the
Apple,
music.
when you go to portals like Apple Music, Spotify, you have to pay a subscription fee, right? So you are actually buying the music. So you are attaching a price to it. ठीक है? So whenever you consume something by paying a price, you value it. And when you don't value it. You treat it as an option. पर अभी वो इतना ज्यादा है कि musicians also don't have a choice. They have to show their face, they have to promote themselves, so they are releasing music for free.
Also, I think there are musicians who have millions and millions. I
Of
am talking
course.
about Indian classical musicians for per se, or Indian
Uh-huh.
musicians, because they might not call themselves classical. Because we know a certain instrumentalist who has created a havoc, I think, in the past
Yeah, name some
couple of years.
name which instrumentalist?
Oh, I can name Rishabh Rikiram. Go check his.
Rishabh Rikiram.
He's playing a
True.
sitar. Are in the process.
This follower thing that you are talking about, it's actually very, it's something very delusional. Okay. Ustad Zakir Hussain didn't have million followers on Instagram, but he had million followers throughout the world. So now which one do you value the more?
The genuine ones who would
Of
come
course.
to buy tickets to
I
listen to his stuff.
myself can vouch for my guru who is not in social media at all.
Oh, Pandit Ulhas.
For the past 10 months, I doubt if he had any weekend that he was free. He was performing all the weekends, and people were actually arranging concerts on weekdays to get his dates. He is not on social media only.
Actually, another thing is, increasing the number of followers, actually, it also has a psychological shift that when you see someone having a lot of followers, you are naturally inquisitive. कि इसके इतने followers हैं, देखते हैं क्या कर रहे हैं. So that is also another way of attracting people. Because there are a lot of musicians, there are a lot of performers. If you, technically speaking, they have millions of followers, but their reels end up getting 17 to 18,000 views. So you understand that how the followers are, accumulated.
Yeah,
सच
they
में
buy
किसी के
the
पास
followers.
सच
Yeah.
में किसी के पास 1 million followers है तो उनके रील डालने से कम 1 लाख तो होना चाहिए ना, तो वो क्यों नहीं हो रहे हैं?
बिल्कुल. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of insights from both of you. I wanted to know कि क्या हो रहा है, and
I completely agree what Reshma said. So it has been a brilliant experience for us today. Not in terms of the show, but also learning, like my personal learning as well. And I completely agree with both of you and a lot of points that also I'm being a composer. So I agree with Shom sir that you cannot differentiate between the songs, that which one is favorite. So all are your kids like your kids. You cannot differentiate between your kids. So I completely agree, sir. And Shatavisha ma'am, thank you so much for enlightening on classical music. Your insights are actually going to help me as well in my personal. Now it has changed my perspective of composing certain compositions into certain manner. So I wish you all the best for your future, all the projects. I am going
Thank you.
to be following you for all the things, and I would like to be in touch and
Please
get
do.
enlightened on these things. Thank you, sir.
Oh,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
one small question to both Shom sir and Shatavisha. Shatavisha is doing something very unique, which looks very interesting. Kolkata_unmuted. What is the unique thing about it? Please briefly tell us quickly, Shatavisha.
So we started Kolkata Unmuted. We were just discussing, me and my partner. We were discussing, how we can improve the scene of the city, the musical scene, because Kolkata has a very, very rich heritage when it comes to culture, not just music, culture. And culture is not just, big things. Culture is in food, culture is in the dresses, culture is in every little parts of the city. So as you have as you can see, it's called Kolkata Unmuted, not Bengal or Bengali, because Kolkata is not just for Bengalis. It also has embraced a lot of people from outside
Other
who has
cultures.
come
Yes.
and blended into our culture. and that is how we have tried to take it forward. So we started doing, it was a very small endeavor. We didn't know what we'll do about it, but it actually got a lot of positive response from all the musicians and the fraternity and all the seniors. We started promoting newer musicians, aspiring musicians, young. We wanted to keep it within a age group. So basically, young musicians who are doing extremely well from the city. It's not for Bengalis. It's for Kolkatans. If you can see the description, it's like for Kolkatans, by Kolkatans, and something else we
Okay.
It's for Kolkatans.
Okay.
So that is how we have tried to enrich. We want Kolkata to get back to the glory, and we want big concerts and big I don't know. We want people to come out, listen to more and more music that Kolkata has to offer. We love everyone, we respect everyone, but we want the Kolkata musicians to come up at front and rule the future.
So are you also doing open mic? So the concept that is very popular in Mumbai, open mic is basically people come and they pay a little fee, and so the audience mainly chooses which artist to vouch for, something like that.
I haven't planned anything as such, but we can discuss about it. Although I believe that I don't know, we can actually arrange a get together or so, and we can actually stream it when musicians come together and jam. It's something to think about. Maybe. Thank you for the idea. We will think something about it.
Whenever you shifted from Kolkata to Mumbai, what was that kick that made you decide, okay, now let me pack my bags and fly?
नहीं ऐसा फैंसी कुछ नहीं हुआ था. I just got a job as a reality show mentor, so I shifted here.
जॉब के बाद फिर दूसरे अपॉर्चुनिटी कैसे मिले?
हाँ, उसके बाद I realized that the kind of music that I was practicing was more popular, or more opportunities were there in this city than Calcutta. So I decided to stay back.
We are not letting him go completely. We are holding.
He is from Kolkata. He's from Presidency College, a very reputed college, and he also collaborates with so many great musicians from the Kolkata city. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all. Good night for tonight.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Good night.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Bye bye.